with yourself on the floor. When the man with the power and the dollar says you ain't worth a cent, and your wings won't fly and your words won't flow. You can't force a smile and they won't leave you alone. I see the light in you, let it shine again. 'Cause you were born for the fire, raised by the storm, braver together, loud and in fun. Heart full of country, soul full of grit. We don't run, we rise, and we don't quit. Oh, we don't run, we rise, and we don't quit. I know a woman with a lion's heart and a pretty blue dress with a shopping cart. Head full of dreams, gonna change the world. Got a body of work they say won't sell, and a way with words but she won't tell. I see the light in you, let it shine again. 'Cause you were born for the fire, raised by the storm, braver together, loud and in fun. Heart full of country, soul full of grit. We don't run, we rise, and we don't quit. Hey, we don't run, we rise, and we don't quit. We don't. Good morning, Patriot family. How are you doing this lovely Monday morning? I'm gonna start calling it manic morning because apparently, election season has gotten people batshit crazy. I'm just gonna.
I thought it was,
People are tripping.
it's the first day of school here.
Yes.
It-
Happy
it-
first days.
Happy first day of school. Everybody forgot how to drive. It's okay. You get one day.
Listen, no speeding.
No.
It's like we've doubled, triple fined people here in Florida. Like
And with all the flock cameras, they are gonna get you.
no, for sure. It's bad. It's really bad here. Like, please obey those. There's already an accident
Yes. Oh,
this
God.
morning.
Yeah. And listen, these kids are up so early and they're waiting at their bus stops and it's not really bright out and they got their headphones on, so they're not really listening. So you just gotta, everybody please slow down, be careful, but get out and vote especially if you're here in Florida.
Yep.
Early voting has begun in the primaries.
Love
Don't
that.
lose your Jesus though. My God.
Listen, people have already lost it. I need people to find him again.
I was going to say something.
Find your Jesus.
Find your Jesus again. It's going to be okay.
But he will not be mocked. So you can pretend to find him at church while you're speaking.
While you're bad mouthing other people and gossiping. Well, Allie, we've got a packed hour for our viewers today. We're going to talk about the WNBA and
what is a woman?
Sometimes that pendulum swings so far left.
So excited to talk about this topic, y'all. I cannot. I will go.
Somebody may or may not have bought a wig.
I will have floor seats.
I want front row with popcorn for this one. Also, the PCR test, we're not letting go of anything COVID, but a new study's come out to actually confirm
what we already knew.
What we knew. These PCR tests, your loved ones that were thrown in the hospital for COVID, PCR tests were more ineffective than they were effective. Plus, Trump, the commander-in-chief, helps veterans in a huge way. So lots to talk about today.
Would y'all mind if I turned the lights down? Because my head hurts so
got her
bad.
It looks like Christmas.
It's Christmas.
And then she gave me a blankie.
It's pumpkin season.
She gave me a blankie.
Halloween candy's already out.
Pumpkin spice, everything. This is my favorite time of year.
It's August, y'all.
I know, but when
pumpkins aren't even ripe till October. What are we doing?
But here in Florida, when we get that first
Halloween candy,
oh my God. Yeah, you're gonna be okay.
I'm not okay.
Well, they have to do this because then before October 31st, the turkey stuff comes out, and then November 1st, all the Christmas stuff comes out.
Yeah, no, it's true. There's no turkey. There's no Thanksgiving.
There's
We've
no
just
Thanksgiving.
completely skipped over Thanksgiving.
It's like Hallow giving.
That's Chris Mahana Kwanzaa. That's what. But we got to put Halloween. I gotta figure out how to put Halloween in there somewhere.
Oh Lord Jesus, are you ready? Should we go ahead? I think it's already open, but let's open that mic
and get out of pocket.
Two queens, no filter, say what they feel. Allie
and Michelle keep it way too real. Politics, family, yeah, we go there. If it's out of line, we don't care. It's out of pocket. It's out of pocket.
That's right. Out of Pocket with Allie and Michelle. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing, for tuning in. Make sure you share with your family and friends. Also, follow us individually at Real Allie Leger, at Michelle Posey, and at Out of Pocket Live on all social media platforms.
But if you're gonna troll me, you getting blocked like instantly.
Well, and what's funny is that I don't know how the algorithm is set up, when people comment on your stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like it goes right to the top of my page. I don't
Does
know
it
if it's 'cause
really?
you and I interact so much
That's
or what it
cool.
is, and I'm just like, let's just tell
Everyone's
this
like,
person
Allie.
where they can go.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because I'm like, and then I'm laughing at some of these comments, and they're like, well, when you laugh, it makes it true. And I was like, in the court of law or the court of like public opinion?
Wait, because if that's true, the left has ruined that laughing emoji.
No, for sure.
When you post something like truthful and just on the spot, and that all they can do is laughy emoji.
So like, then if you laugh because I post like a political ad for a candidate, so that means you're going? I want to know the metrics because they're always changing.
Got 104 governor candidates here in the state of Florida.
Insane.
So everybody's so divided. And here's my question, Floridians.
Mm.
All right? All you Floridians,
He's
you
such a
America First, MAGA, conservative
Like how?
Americans. On August 19th, when Byron Donalds is the candidate for the Republican Party, are you going to vote for him in November, or are you going to sit it out?
Well, and what's
want to
interesting,
know.
I want to know too, because like, are you sitting it out?
You would rather have a Democrat.
Most people would, and that's scary to me because
It is.
David Jolly is a socialist.
He is not jolly.
He wants to completely abolish. He wants to take away your guns, your Second Amendment, right? More red flag laws. He will be the most progressive. He'll be backed by CARE in Florida.
Goodbye all parental rights in education.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Everything will be sexualized.
We still have our state legislature. So
Yeah,
the thing is, it'll grind to a halt.
But that's what a lot of people are saying.
And he'll do executive order after executive order.
And then what?
Good Lord.
And then what?
Because
no, I'm not doing that. I would much rather have someone that is in the gubernatorial office that I can reach out to. And
Right.
the reason why I know that I can reach out to them, because I have over the last 3-4 years.
and his wife both answered the call.
Even before that, when he
Yes.
was in our state legislature. Do you guys know the reason why we have school choice is because of Byron Donalds? Did you guys know that Paul Renner was the one who
He fought us.
fought that?
It wasn't on his list to do.
And our constitutional carry rights.
Yes.
And red flag laws he
Yes.
pushed for. So like, what are we talking about? And then everyone is like, oh, well, he's a felon. Okay, well, he's not a felon. You're either lying or you can't read. Because
Did you vote for Trump?
she said it. I didn't say it. 18, barely 21, right? He made a couple of dumb mistakes right as a kid. Marijuana, not cocaine, not meth.
Wasn't that what Andrew Gillum was snorting?
Marijuana. Like you can get at the corner store, or that you could go get a prescription for, that it doesn't kill nobody. Anyway, dismissed after diversion, right? Felony theft from a bad check mess, right? No contest, which is a plea, no contest plea. So he got probation, restitution, then sealed and expunged because he did the time. And then it was expunged from his record. Florida doesn't expunge actual convicted felons, by the way. A quarter century of clean life since. So he's not a felon. It's a redemption story. And then it says, and the Christians waiving forgiveness and mercy while still dragging those teenage mistakes. You're embarrassing yourselves. Peter denied Jesus. Paul hunted Christians. David did way worse. Solomon had 1,000 women.
Look, Solomon. Why do I feel like you would have been? Never. Nope.
I got
Lock it in, Michelle.
Solomon probably would have been a damn
I
congressman.
feel like I would have met Solomon at Joyland. I said it. Love you. Joyland.
I did not intend to make this first 5 minutes about Byron Donalds, but it's
I
just
couldn't hear you, David.
This
That
is
was
just
Zach. It wasn't Megan.
ridiculous.
Zach's like, and are we going to do the show today?
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, but we
No,
have to
really.
bring this up because
It's
people are
nuts.
crazy. You're losing your damn mind. Go vote the way you want to vote. And on August 19th, we're all conservatives. And that's all I'm going to say. So
And it doesn't
get
have
out there
to
and
be
vote.
personal. Like, why are you bringing personal shit you have absolutely no idea about what's going on
And if you
into a
continue
political
to
comment?
require perfection as the bar to
Mm.
in order to elect somebody, you will never have another election or anybody that's electable. We actually crucified the last person that was perfect.
Yeah.
It's never good enough. So let's try to elect somebody we at least know we can have a foot in the door to try to get them to persuade to do the right thing. Your politicians and those that you elect are never going to be perfect. Newsflash. All right.
I mean, they should have some kind of standard, though, because I mean,
Well, absolutely.
if you
there's a
have
standard.
allegations of the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, like that's a character trait.
Right. Like it's not one
Right.
or two.
And just because it hasn't been, you haven't been convicted, or there isn't like
or sitting in the ethics committee.
right. Like it just there's a pattern there. If
gonna
it's
get fired today.
I don't know. Anyway, how we like own our own business.
Yeah,
What
that's
are we
what
talking
you
about?
have to fire me.
Yeah, and I'm not firing you, ma'am. I might put you in timeout, but I'm not firing you.
I might need it. Okay. So let's discuss. This came from the White House. President Trump made it way easier for our wonderful veterans to
Yes.
join the trucking industry. This
So
is
cool.
huge.
I
As
love
you
this.
make that transition from, serving to wanting to go into the private sector. Let's take a listen.
So we're here to celebrate with the president the Freedom Haulers Initiative, and we're appreciative to the Trump administration for this initiative that will make it easier for veterans to transition out of military service and into the trucking industry.
I've been working for UPS for 35 years. I served in the Maryland Army National Guard for 6 years. Truck driving is a great industry to go to, especially coming out of the military. If you can drive the big rigs in the military, you can do it out here. And thank you, President Trump, for helping veterans like me.
This really addresses two critical issues in trucking. One, of course, is the employability of our veterans. And secondly, this is really another step that the Trump administration has been taking in securing the safety of our roadways. We are seeing this active involvement of the administration in taking bad actors off the road and now replacing them with our phenomenal veterans.
When I served in the Army, I actually served as an 88 mic truck driver. So it's really encouraging for me today to see the administration making a clearer and easier pathway for veterans to be able to get high-paying jobs in the trucking industries.
Veterans and trucking are a great fit. Veterans tend to be mission-minded, focused on the team, focused on the safety of others.
I spent 10.5 years in the Marine Corps. I've been truck driving for 29 years now. I'd like to thank the president and everything he's doing for veterans. It's really made a difference.
Thank you, President Trump, for giving us the opportunity and having this program, giving the veterans the opportunity to be able to transition from off the battlefield.
If I can drive a truck like this, then I should be able to drive a truck for FedEx. I would like to say thank you very much, Mr. President, for inviting me here today in order to celebrate such a historic event.
I said, Mr. President, what do you want me to do? He said, just take care of my veterans. So every day now, since the last year and a half, veterans at the VA are first and only in what we do.
That's fantastic.
Amen for that.
And a lot of these businesses get like a tax write-off or something like that for employing veterans, but also more times than not, they treat our veterans like garbage. So what I would like for some of these companies to do is to kind of bolster some of those packages that they give. Yes, so just because we're covered by, the government as far as healthcare or whatever, our vision is terrible, our dental is terrible. So if we could like bolster some of those packages and maybe even throw in a couple bonuses, because a lot of our military is underpaid.
Yes. Oh yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, it's nice to have that good transition into something that they're already doing or have
Right.
done for 20, 30 years or for 15 years or 10 years or 5 years.
Right. Like he
It's-
said, if I could
right.
drive that big rig, I can drive a FedEx truck.
Right. You could drive a Humvee or an MRAP
Afghanistan.
or an
I
MRAP.
think you can handle I-4.
Right.
Just gotta say.
I'm saying there's going to be no explosions. You'll be fine. And God forbid happen, you'll know how to move. So it's great.
It's called Freedom Haulers. Looking forward to seeing how this turns out. Remember, it was the truckers that got involved.
Absolutely.
Gosh, during what was
it? Was 2021,
2021,
22.
Because remember, they tried to grind everything
to a halt. Yeah, they tried to cut all their
production.
pay. Yep. So I remember, so it was a truckers convoy.
Yeah,
it was like a lockdown, and like all the ports were closed during
crazy.
COVID.
And
so
they were like, "Oh hell no, we're still getting these." And here's the thing: we've seen different states come out strong, especially states like Florida, against some of those that are getting CDL licenses from other states like California, where they don't require you to take an exam in English, and they're not really checking your background very much. And then they come to other states like Florida, driving these huge semis, and they make mistakes or get into accidents, and Americans end up dying. And so it's like, why wouldn't we want to see those who've already laid their life down on the line, technically, for serving and giving that oath? Why wouldn't we want to see them on the roadways? Think about what that does, even to, like, if you travel a lot, or if you've done road trips like Allie and I have, and you're in the wee hours of the night at truck stops, there could be some shady dealings in certain areas. And maybe it might be kind of nice to have, like, an Iraqi war veteran.
I mean,
just patrolling.
But guys, I do, and this is what bothers me a lot about candidates. Like, there are a lot of people that are in the military that are not great people. They're not great people. And so, like, just because you say you're a veteran does not mean you're a good stand-up citizen. I'm just saying.
She's like, ask me how I know.
Yeah.
Veteran.
Ask me how. Ask me how. Because I've had to save a fellow battle buddy from being thrown down the stairs because he was beating the living daylights out of her, and the commander wouldn't do shit about it. So yeah, not everybody that wears the badge, right?
No, you're right.
Is a good person.
You're right.
And not everybody that wears the veteran tag or label or military is a good person.
That's
just
like anything. We have it.
It's everybody.
We have it in education.
It's everywhere. Like Jordan Peterson says, everybody is full of snakes. It just
that explains a lot.
Do you know how to keep your snakes?
Need an exterminator. Just kidding.
In the basket.
Well, Allie, and so want to speak of a cold-hearted snake. Yes, I'm quoting Paula Abdul from the late 90s, but I'm talking about Fauci, and I love it when states are quick to step up. I don't know what's on the horizon for Attorney General James Uthmeier here in the state of Florida, but when I see him doing media blitzes on what he's going to do here in the state of Florida, he's catching the ear of every other attorney general throughout the nation. I really liked it. He joined Maria, I'm going to butcher her last name. Maria from Fox. Bartiromo. Am I saying that right, Zach? Yeah. That's right. Okay. I didn't want to butcher her name. Anyway, let's take a look at what Florida's doing, leading the way, trying to hold Fauci accountable. Take a look.
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution. I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment. Decline to answer.
Well, that was Anthony Fauci taking the Fifth Amendment one of 111 times during the Senate Homeland Security hearing, refusing to answer any questions about what Fauci knew about the COVID pandemic. Afterwards, the committee voted to hold him in contempt of Congress. Here's Kentucky Senator Rand Paul with me right before the hearing.
We know that the initial estimate by the scientists at the CIA was that this came from the lab. They agreed with our supposition. But Anthony Fauci was able to coerce, cajole, persuade, and dangle money to get people in the intelligence community to change their vote. It's a pardon that goes over 10 years and doesn't have specific crimes. The only other pardon like this in the history of the United States would be what Hunter Biden received. And there's been a lot of questions about that.
Well, now 3 states have pursued Fauci investigations and subpoenas. Among them, Florida Attorney General James Uthmeier is looking into whether Fauci personally benefited financially or professionally from decisions he influenced while serving at the National Institutes of Aid. Importantly, Joe Biden's preemptive pardon of Fauci is executed on the morning that Biden left office, just hours before President Trump took the oath of office on January 20th, 2025. That does not protect Fauci from state law exposure. Joining me now, the man himself, Florida Attorney General James Uthmeier. And AG, thanks very much for being here. And let's start there. What about Joe Biden's pardon on Anthony Fauci? Does that touch Florida state law or not?
It does not. I don't know why you need a pardon if you didn't do anything wrong. Dr. Fauci clearly doesn't want to answer questions, but the American people still have a lot of questions, especially Floridians. So I thank Senator Rand Paul for continuing the search for truth, and revelations over the last couple of weeks have revealed a lot. He did not believe a lot of the mandates and protocols that he was pushing. He doubted safety and efficacy of the so-called medical treatments, yet nevertheless force them on the American people. They've been injured. There's deception. We're going to search for accountability and do everything we can in Florida under our state laws.
So
Fantastic. Thank you.
I
Thank
mean, amazing.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
That's good. And I think Florida has constantly shown that we're going to lead the way in the nation. We've led the way in the nation for the last 6 years when it comes to certain things.
Yeah.
So it's I'm not surprised that Attorney General James Uthmeier is taking this on. If you need any help, sir, you let us know.
We are always here for you. Absolutely. Well, and he's Allie, he's done a lot in this state to push back against the fact that we're number 3 in the nation when it comes to human trafficking. He has brought on almost a something that you've talked about even federally, like a task force to deal with strictly human trafficking. And we're going to see, guys, as we peel back the layers of what's taken place under Biden's open border policies, we still have not really seen how that's affected our healthcare and our education systems. Wait till you see the amount of money everybody's crying about budgeting, when it comes to the public school system. Do you really want to know where those funds are having to go? And are you ready to point the finger where it needs to be? I don't know what we do going forward. We're going to have a serious conversation, but thank you to Attorney General Uthmeier. I don't know. Will he stay on past the election, or he has to? No.
He's elected, isn't he?
Well,
or appointed.
Yes, but I think he was appointed by DeSantis.
I think he'll stay.
Well, if we have anything to say about it,
I think he'll stay.
Please stay. Same with Blaze Ingoglia. Yeah,
Blaze will most likely be endorsed.
His name's Blaze. He likes to light it up.
Yeah. He's an amazing CFO. Are you kidding?
Absolutely. Well, keeping it right here with Fauci and all things COVID, guys, we told you.
We knew this in 2020. We knew this before it even made headlines.
The manufacturer, the guy that designed the PCR test, even took a look at, and I'm not a scientist, but the rate at which it spins the when they're putting the test into the whatever machinery to get a read
out publicly,
and he said it shatters whatever's on there. So everything's going to come out positive. It doesn't know what it doesn't.
He came out way before anybody, and they silenced him. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg.
I get it. So Fauci can plead the 5th, but we lost our 1st.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Fine. Okay. Well, let's take a look at the bombshell study that's now showing PCR positives. A lot of them were false. Take a listen.
In the early pandemic, 2020, 2021, 86% of COVID cases confirmed by PCR were not real infections. So all of the lockdowns, all of the vaccine mandates, all of those horrible policies that destroyed our livelihoods and economy were based on a completely fraudulent metric. So this study compared PCR positive rates by week to the actual antibody testing in the same weeks. Because the antibody test will tell you, did you get antibodies to COVID? And only 14% had actual antibodies among those PCR positive cases. It may even be up to 90% weren't even real infections. So now that this fraud is confirmed, again, people have to be held accountable. All the people that lost their jobs, that were forced to take these injections based on this fear campaign, was all based on this false test, this fraudulent test.
Listen, all of y'all that are talking about reparations, every single person that has lost their job or lost their life or lost a family member or has been paralyzed or medically damaged because of this, they need reparations. And I don't care if the 4 major medical companies are bankrupt. This is their problem. This is their problem, and they need to fix it. That is the only way we will get accountability. This is absolutely horrendous.
It has been a nightmare that you and I and the American people have survived over the last 6 years, and some not quite as fortunate. They died in a very nightmare situation. Think about it. Your tax dollars funded gain-of-function research to make something deadly. Then your tax dollars funded a medical system under the guise of Fauci to be able to leak that and then not tell you the truth. And then they sold you a bill of goods that they said was going to help be the antidote, and it only killed people further. Then they didn't allow people to practice medicine. So all you medical professionals that stayed silent, I have issue with that. I have a lot of issue with that. But here's the worst thing, guys. As these people laid in the hospital, and I know this firsthand because I was on the phone with my dad on FaceTime all the time, and this is what I would hear from some people in the hospital, that somehow this is your fault, sir. That you got this. You should have double, triple masked. You should have not been out and about. You should have stayed home. That's why grandparents, you stay home. Were you 6 foot apart? And this baby boomer generation that prides itself on being just the best of the best. They were rule followers. That was probably one of the hardest things for me to have to talk my dad down from. That, Dad, you didn't do anything to deserve this. To try to convince somebody of that before they lose their life, that's a different level of evil. And you cannot put Fauci through enough torment to satisfy me at this point, unless maybe 2 minutes.
This whole thing is just wild to me. Like, do you remember? I believe it actually occurred in Florida. It may have. There was a motorcycle vehicle accident, and the guy died on scene. Mm-hmm. And they labeled that as a COVID death. We're like, what? He literally died because of the accident. And it's like, oh, heart attack. Nope, it's COVID.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of thing, like these numbers were so skewed. Inflated.
They were very skewed.
So inflated. And then God forbid you mention that somewhere on the internet or talk to someone at a school board meeting or a city council meeting or an illegal meeting with both the mayor and the sheriff and like, it was ridiculous. Like, we cannot have all of these people in this meeting like this making decisions, and the county commission. Like, you guys were so out of pocket.
So out of pocket.
It wasn't even funny. And then none of them were listening to the comments. They weren't listening to anything we were saying. They were putting us on mute.
Yes. Imagine that you go to the hospital, you go to the doctor, and they tell you that you're sick.
Mm-mm.
Like, you cling to these tests, right? I mean, doesn't this also, Allie, make you think when you're like, do I have asthma? Let me go to the doctor and take a test. Do I have diabetes? Let's go to the doctor and take a test. Do I have cancer? Like, it's not just that we're pissed off about what took place through COVID.
If you can lie about COVID, what else are you lying about?
Right. Like, look at what you did single-handedly to the medical industry. People do, and now what they've done in education as well. People have lost the trust in any type of system.
And that is why communism and socialism paired with this is, I think, honestly, the Islamists are using the Democrat Party to push this kind of socialist ideology.
100%.
Because they think you're stupid.
Well, if you wanted to just dabble in what socialism felt like, well, Barack Obama set up the infrastructure. He teed it up for Anthony Fauci. So how did that feel? Not so good. So let's not do that again.
Let's get some accountability.
I understand Zach has a surprise for us, Allie. There is a warning label, full-on warning label for language in this next reel. Allie and I aren't sure what it is, but we're ready for the surprise. Zach, roll clip.
You want to know why Karl Marx is buried in fucking England? It's because he got fucking exiled from his own goddamn country, so he went to the only place on the planet tolerant enough to handle that fucking moron, London, literally the birthplace of fucking capitalism. Because that's the only place that can deal with that stupid bullshit, because in capitalism, you can be a communist if you want. Go buy a plot of land, roll around in the mud and fuck each other. Nobody cares. Okay? You can do that. Try being a capitalist in communism. They will fucking murder you.
Oh my God.
Okay, that's exactly what they tried tried to do to West Berlin.
This is the best night of my
life. Oh my
life.
God. Oh, fuck. They're better than us. We're going to blockade them off and starve them to death until they join communism. That's what they do every fucking time.
Oh my God.
G-Man, that's your intro. and every time it's just like, well, that's not real communism. We should retry. Imagine if Eli made fucking egg rolls and every time I ate them, I violently shit myself till I got hospitalized. And every time I came to Texas, Eli was like, bro, this time my egg rolls are going to be the best egg rolls ever. How many fucking times are you going to eat those fucking egg rolls?
That was amazing. And that's how I talk when I'm not on the mic. I'm kidding. Not really.
It's a valid point. Like, how many times are you gonna? And that's what I've been told too. Is socialism? It's not pure socialism. It's a different type. We're gonna try it this way. Oh no, ma'am. They've done it before.
We're gonna blockade you and starve you to death until you join communism. That sounds like Islam.
Got out to fat electrician. I'm told that's who that is.
Oh
You gotta
my
follow him
gosh.
on social media.
We need to get him on the show.
Yes. Oh.
That
Yes.
would be hilarious.
I did not know that.
You have to pay to visit Karl Marx's grave. That is
Oh my gosh, that's the most capitalistic thing I've ever heard of.
That is hilarious.
Well, Allie, and it
what does
goes
that
to
money
show-
go to?
Where's that money go to?
Yeah.
Probably maintenance of the grave.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I guess to make sure.
But I do know when they tried to starve out West Berlin and they put up the Berlin Wall and then Reagan said tear it down, they were only running one way when that wall came down.
Yep.
They weren't running back to communism. They were running towards the capitalistic side.
That is insane.
Maybe pick up a history book, guys. It's already been done.
The history, but that's the thing, though. It's like the history books have lied because we've allowed
From the 90s or
right.
the 80s. Let's get,
80s or
let's get an
90s.
older.
You know those warehouses that the taxpayers are still paying for to house all these older books that because we apparently need new curriculum. What? Why?
Well, but in the state of Florida, we do have the Florida Standard, Florida Edition. So people in Florida that are left and liberal, they're so mad because we've become this filter that education has to filter through. We're not perfect yet. We're still working on
And
it.
it's hilarious because the Board of Education kicks back some of the curriculum. They're like, this is not accurate. Find a different
Fix it.
Find a different one.
That's too much DEI, CRT. Take it out. Love it. All right, guys, we've got so much more packed in the second half, including Allie's favorite part. We're going to dish out and talk about the WNBA.
This is hilarious.
It's going to be so much fun, guys. Make sure you go get yourself a Liberty cigar. We'll be right back with Out of Pocket after this.
From the heart of Marietta, Georgia, comes a tribute to the spirit of liberty. Liberty Cigars, where history meets craftsmanship. Each cigar tells a story. The Founders Collection honors the visionaries who shaped a nation. The President's House Collection celebrates the leaders who steered it. And the Naval Series salutes the heroes who defended it. Handcrafted with precision, each blend mirrors the essence of its namesake. From the boldness of George Washington to the elegance of Thomas Jefferson. Indulge in a moment of reflection. Light a Liberty cigar and savor the legacy. Discover your story at libertycigars.com because every great nation deserves a great cigar. Liberty Cigars, smoke the history. And don't forget to use promo code OpenMic for 10% off your order.
You guys, I'm trying to find Rocket the raccoon plushie toy, but I can only find him as the TY beanie.
Oh,
I don't like it. I don't like the way he looks.
Let me see.
I mean, it's Rocket, but
oh yeah,
I don't like it. I don't like the way
his face looks. Okay, so if you have a link to where Allie and I can get a Rocket the raccoon from what is that?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy. We want to put him back here with our Mogwai. So
because I think I could just get a regular plushie raccoon because they're just so cute. But
well,
it is what it is.
Send us a link, drop it below in the comments, or send it to one of us on social media at Real Allie Leger, at Michelle Posey. Yes, I hear my phone going.
So cute.
It's early voting, so my phone has to kind of be on because they're like, no, I don't want to know the numbers yet. All right, guys, let's talk about.
Yes, we need to know all the numbers because she's gonna win, and all the liberals are gonna cry, and it's gonna be great.
Then I'm gonna need all your prayers. Already. Anyway, so guys, the WNBA, that's the Women's National Basketball Association. I wonder why we needed the NBA and then the WNBA. At one point,
we knew what a woman was.
Yes, we understood. Let's give women an opportunity. You remember those good old days? Well, Royce White, who is he's running for Senate, right?
Yes.
Is it Minnesota?
Yeah,
Michigan?
Minnesota.
One of the M's.
Minnesota.
Anyway, he has come out and said this. He's gonna get him a wig.
Stop. Just play it.
Okay.
Just play it.
Oh, it's just still a little bit.
This announcement. Girl, you had me so excited. I was so excited.
I don't think I have his announcement. That this is him.
I sent it to you. I don't know why it's not in the script. No.
That's my fault. Shoot, that's on me. It says, "It came, y'all, my first wig. Tomorrow, test it on the court. This is my feminine era. Glow up, did I say? If y'all don't, yes, queen, you're transphobic. I really don't understand all the hatred. I just want to play some hoops with my fellow ladies." He puts a high-heeled shoe there. Oh my gosh. So he's come out. Royce White has come out and said he's going to join the WNBA draft.
He's not the only one.
Okay, but we've got this other one. Inez, I hope I'm saying his name right. Cantor. He does give the official video. Sorry, I didn't get the one from Royce White, but take a look at this video, Allie.
Ian?
Maybe. No.
Is he there? Do we have?
Hello? Let me see if I can play this.
After careful consideration and reviewing the current eligibility guidelines, I am officially declaring myself a WNBA prospect. If simply declaring who you are is all that's required, then I meet every single requirement necessary to compete in the WNBA. My team and I have carefully examined the WNBA's eligibility criteria and governing framework surrounding self-identification and inclusion. Based on the current guidelines, I can and am officially declaring my eligibility for the upcoming WNBA draft in May 2027. I am definitely not here to mock, make fun of, or disrespect any community or personal choices. I am simply asking that the current rules be applied equally to everyone. The rules that represent the very values many WNBA players and coaches have publicly advocated for. My team and I are prepared to ensure these guidelines are applied equally, consistently, and without exception. And I look forward to the WNBA honoring its stated principles. See you at training camp.
You are out of pocket, sir.
Transgender woman. Identify as sometimes identifying as a woman for purposes of basketball, professional basketball. So I'll be declaring for the WNBA draft in 2027 as well. I think I'd be unstoppable. But I'm a team first guy. I'm a pass first kind of player. I do the little things. I led my team in all 5 major stat categories at Iowa State University. So I do a little bit of everything. I'll do whatever the coach needs me to do. I'll do whatever the girls need me to do. I think the WNBA could come out and make a definitive statement about guys with a pair of balls playing in the Women's Association. But
Oh my God, that's Royce White.
Royce White.
So this came about because I think in Germany, right, there was this man who's he's a man, is like dominating female basketball. France? It's France.
Thank you,
I don't know why I thought Germany, but anyway, it's France. And so now everyone is coming out and they're just like, you know what? This is just what we're going to do. We're just going to do this. And I love it. I love it because and a lot of people are like, you're bigotry. It's bigotry. No, it's not. What's bigotry is the fact that you think that because you can put on a lipstick, a wig, and a pair of freaking high heels and a short dress, that you are a woman. That's not how that works.
We didn't come all this way for men to turn around and tell us what women are. That's not happening. Even men in women's face. We didn't like it when they say people do blackface or you do other ethnicities. It's highly offensive.
It's not even offensive. It's inappropriate.
It's very inappropriate, but it's a safety issue. And so what I love about this, Allie, is they're going to force the issue.
Oh, they are. They are.
Because now the WNBA has come out and said, we're going to need to reconvene and try to put a title on what a woman is.
Yes.
I think you already did that when you put a W at the front of NBA.
100%.
How did you first do it?
When you're allowed, and then you got women that are a part of the WNBA talking about, we would love to. I would love to.
Here's the thing. Okay, I don't remember how many years ago it was. It was like 2017, 2018. And I remember my son, avid golfer, Annika Sorenstam, said she was going to play in the U.S. Open against men.
Mm-hmm.
And we all thought it was great. I thought it was great. And he said to me, he's like, it's great, but what if they try to use this the other way? And I'm like, what man is ever going to try to play on the LPGA? Like, who's going to do that? And he was like, I don't know. I just feel like
It'll happen.
Pushes the door open. And I'm like, I mean, I don't know what.
You don't ever see women trying to dominate in men's sports.
They wouldn't even, there's a while, guys, they wouldn't even allow, I'm talking like pre-1995, they wouldn't even allow professional basketball players to play in the Olympics because they felt like it wasn't fair to all the other countries who don't have professional sports in basketball. It wasn't like, I think 94, 95 that they finally let those professional athletes in basketball play. And it leveled it completely blew away the playing field because the USA team was nearly unbeatable after that because of all of our professionals that play year round. So you understand it. You understand it. And I take a look at this. This is an Instagram post from the WNBA. They're having a bad day today. It says that the WNBA commissioner announces the league is meeting to review its policy on what a woman is. Would you let the rest of the Democrat Party know, please, once you find out? After 2 NBA stars declared that they're going to be in the WNBA draft. Man, I wish I was in that room.
100%. It's going to be It's going to be probably live streamed, and everybody will know what this is going to look like. I mean, I think this is just hilarious. And you have like Supreme Court justices who are like, I'm not a doctor. I can't determine
Ketanji Brown
what a woman is. That is ridiculous.
But yeah, you're the first African American woman.
It's
like, how
ridiculous.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
I say let them play.
Okay.
Screw it. But it's honestly, it's a way to force the issue. And I'm kind of like, well, where has this been?
Yeah.
Where has this been?
Why have the men been to stand?
Why have y'all not stood next to Riley Gaines?
Yes.
And I know that they have. I'm not saying that they haven't. I'm just saying that this is now the perfect time for them to kind of force the issue because it's like, not only do you have this complete and utter disparaging like craziness that's going on in the WNBA, where they're like beating up on two of beating up on their opponents, but like
and then playing the race card.
While you are culturally appropriating whiteness, it's just ridiculous. You can't make this shit up. You really
like,
can't.
We grew up on like that whole Twilight Zone thing. Remember? No, you're living it. Like they gave us that at a younger age so that when they brought out the craziness, we'd be like, oh, I remember this. This was an episode of Twilight Zone.
This is wild. It's absolutely wild. But they're going to, and I like that they're saying like it needs to be equal. It's got to be equally applicable. And they're pointing out the falsities, right? They're pointing out the ridiculousness of all you have to do is just identify as this.
Self-identify.
That's it.
Self-identify.
So and if it forces them to prove that, make a different stance on actually protecting women and women's forces and spaces, then thank you very much, Eanes and Royce. We appreciate it.
I appreciate it. And I love that these are two men that have decided to stand up and not try to do this. I love how he said, I'm not trying to poke fun or make light of anything. You just need to see the way this policy is written and how abused it could be. And let's just force the issue. Let's go ahead and have the conversation. Sometimes things have to come to a head like this before you realize, like, I mean, I believe they realize how ridiculous it is, but rhetoric will only get you so far. When rubber meets the road, you're going to have to really make a decision.
And some of these memes are hilarious.
Okay,
I mean, they're
just
so funny.
Let's do the Marco Rubio one. Realizing he's about to play the WNBA. I want the pink bow.
There are a lot of people too that are saying like White Chicks 2 needs to be like Royce White and the other guy.
Inez Cantor.
Cantor. White and Cantor as White Chicks 2, where they dominate basketball, women's basketball. And then they have like these memes of them with this long flowing hair. And like, I love how Royce is like really going in on it. He's like, I bought my first wig. And like the way he's talking, and like you should see these comments. They're like, "Yes, queen, get it, clock it," and I'm like, "Oh my I can't. It's wild.
You're
It is
gonna
so.
have to get popcorn for what's coming
And
next.
it's crazy because it's like a lot of the conservatives are like they're like, yes, let's go, let's do it, because it's honestly and we're obviously not really for men in
They aren't either.
sports. They aren't either.
Yeah, no.
But it's the point that it's poking fun, one, and two, it's just pointing out the ridiculousness of it.
And here's the thing I don't understand, honestly, is like if
it was the same with the school boards.
If there's a large community of people that are identifying as a different biological sex than what
Create your
they've
own
been born in,
lane.
absolutely go create your own sporting events.
Yep.
I
Stop
mean,
trying to take
and
over
I
our
not that it's a
space.
comparison, but I did a lot of volunteering early on, like I don't know, 2010 through 2012 with the Special Olympics, because it was important for people who have a will to want to compete to be able to have an
The ability
outlet to
to.
compete.
Mhm.
And I think, and then you see there's also these like triathlons for people that have, I think Jay Collins was just in one the other day, our lieutenant governor, as somebody as an amputee, because he still has that will and that heart to want to compete. So you can find a way. Absolutely. I don't understand why there aren't trans activists that haven't created their own lane by now, because
Trailblazer. Why do you got to steal somebody else's stuff? That's communists and socialists. So I mean, I'm not surprised.
Not at all surprised. Well, I hope that they don't add that to the plate of Marco Rubio. He doesn't have the height for the NBA or the WNBA. Pretty interesting, guys. Will you have
He might be a good point guard. I'm just saying.
You're right.
Point
Ouch,
guards are
'cause
short.
I was a point guard, so I know
Mhm.
what you're saying there.
Point guards are short.
Wow.
We love you.
And quick.
I'm short.
Scrap.
Yep.
Thank you, Zach, for that. Guys, that's it for us here with Out of Pocket Live with Allie and Michelle. Stay out of pocket with us. Apparently, the WNBA is about to go out of pocket. I want to see how this plays out.
Me too. Me too.
And your primary elections, if you're in the state of Florida, are happening right now. Get out and vote. If you're not in the state of Florida, anywhere around the nation, check. Some of your primary elections have already happened, but the general's coming up in November. Get out.
Like, don't vote for the people that are really trying to take your rights away. Like, why would you do that?
Don't crawl back into the thing that we fought against to give us independence. Don't do that.
Insane. All right. I'm going to try and get rid of this headache. I love y'all.
And her blankie. That's it for us today, guys. Make sure you keep that mic open.
Stay out of pocket.
We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Two queens, no filter. Say what they feel. Allie and Michelle keep it way too real.